this bad boy came in for a rewire. As you can see, that's a bit of a shambles. There's a bomb waiting to happen over there. And this is a classic example of what wiring should not look like. All this wiring over here was wired up incorrectly. As you can see, suicide connectors and very thin wiring, intertwined and easily breakable with bad connectors. This is our Stoos custom designed unit. It's got inputs and outputs, and obviously with your custom wiring harness, this will then control your booter, your lights, indicators and all that, and you can fabricate a very nice, neat and slimline harness for your bike. It's been a great day. I'm off to CBC to meet Anton to see what goes into making craft beer.
How's it, Anton?
Hi.
How you doing?
Good, and yourself?
Yeah, lekker, man.
Welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Excited to see what's happening inside.
Well, my eyes are going down constantly. Damn, this is beautiful.
Well, you're a big rider yourself. I know you're mainly dirt road, but a bike's a bike.
But I see you kind of incorporated a bit of the dirt styling.
As coming from a dirt background as well, I incorporated the Pro Taper handlebars with MX style foot pegs, which we've machined up in-house. So
beautiful.
Yeah, so we've taken a normal Harley dyno, and I just kind of customized to my everyday ride.
Okay,
just
cool.
as you would for your bike from the outrides.
Kind of, it's between style and comfort.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's the beast. All of these are machined in?
Yeah, all machined in-house. Starts with a solid block of aluminium.
Shit.
And then we got the Saddleman seat just for comfort for the long roads.
No, this is really a masterpiece.
Should we go take a check what's happening inside?
Yeah, I'll show you what we do on this side. So in the beginning we were like really small, and myself was responsible for loading the truck, working on the bottling line, helping a bit with the brewing, working in the cellar. And as we've grown over time, due to our hard work, these are all now departments on their own. Okay. So I'm kind of just the one in between orchestrating everything, and they are like fully staffed individual departments running themselves.
But for you to become so good at your craft, you need to go to all these aspects and all the avenues to make this whole organization run.
I think what people enjoy about a craft product is that it's not always so reliant on and rigid when it comes to rules.
Yes.
I have the possibility and the freedom to constantly hunt better quality and better product, you know. Each one doesn't have to be exactly the same as the other. Yes. I can taste our Pils Noir lager today, and we can sit as a team and have a chat and like, how do we want to go further? Yeah, get it better. I mean, as a craftsman ourselves, we tend to have personal relationship with these people, you know, and that also just kind of gives to the end product. You can really taste the quality and the effort that goes in. It's not only about the beer itself. Yes. It's about the whole brand behind it, the people. I mean, we are a close-knit family here. We're not a size of organization where there's 1,000 boxes to be ticked every day. Yes. We're a close-knit family, and most of these people have spent years with us, and we need that kind of passion from them. Because in the world we're living in today, I mean, COVID hits you tomorrow, or something goes wrong the next day, that sometimes you need to dig in, you know, and you need to kind of do the hard work. And if you don't have that passion in your team, it's hard to always get on top of these situations. A beer is a very, very delicate product to work with. Yeah. You know, it's not like wine where it has a high alcohol and sulfur levels, etc., to kind of keep it. It's a perishable. Okay. So the guys in the cellar, they need to almost work surgically clean to prevent the beer spoilage further down the line. And I mean, I'm not always there to keep an eye on them. Yeah. And the only way to kind of have that discipline is if they understand what they're working with.
Take pride in every...
And take pride in that product, to know, you know.
Like you're saying, it's not just the particular item, it's just, like you said, hard work and having an end result of something that you can actually taste, and you see that your hard work, that dedication that's gone into it to create a great product.
Yeah. Something that really interests me is the tango that you have between chemistry and art and craftsmanship.
Okay.
So you have this cold hard chemistry which you can't change. I mean, formulas are formulas, they're going to give you a result.
Yeah.
But within that, you can still play around with recipes and bring your like kind of personal touch to things. And that is so rewarding at the end of the day if you play around with things and you can actually taste that in the end product. It's really a satisfying feeling.
And I think that's also what's so great about it, isn't there's a set formula.
Yeah.
So, and the same with when I put a bike together. The way you do it today, you know, you've learned one way, but you can change it the next day and just keep evolving into something new.
Yeah. So on the side, we now like once or twice a year do a small batch of beer where we sit around as brewers and then we just throw everything on the table and we decide, okay, this is what we want to do, something for ourselves, because you need that. You need to kind of keep that creativity going.
Well, now talking about all this beer, I need to try some.
Definitely, my mouth is dry. We need to taste some of this product. Taste some of that hard work. Cheers, man.
Who knew hard work and passion could taste so refreshing? Anton clearly knows what he's doing.
Alrighty, as you can see, we're about halfway here with the wiring. We've got our good watertight Deutsch connectors over here with some nice heat shrinking and sleeving over to make it all neat. This will then pass into the frame. This also makes it that you can disconnect the handlebars and take it off. And all the sleeving runs down here. Deutsch connectors that are waterproof to our new light module that is our own SE module. This is our machine speedo mount for this bike and this build. Obviously this is going to be ceramic coated black with neat covering up for the wiring and everything. So this is essentially what's been cut out of this bike, all the little offcuts and wiring harness, original speedo, even his hooter wasn't working. So as you can see, we've got lights, indicators, everything's working correctly now. It's a matter of just neatening up the wiring, taking a good test ride, and we're sorted. Alrighty, so I'm busy adjusting the preload on these Legend suspension. They don't have an adjuster notch, so I'm just using some easy lube spray from Motul over here. It makes the adjustment so much easier just by hand, spin it around, obviously measure that they are both exactly the same, and then you're good to go. Alrighty, yeah, it seems a lot stiffer, a lot better. I'm going to take it for a test ride and just confirm. He does a lot of two-up riding, so it's got to be a bit more stiffer than usual. We were busy cutting the tank open. We've now machined the housing for the speedo to sit in, and then we've sunk it in. I've got to now clean up the high spots and then run a nice weld and clean the welds up. What we're going to get cracking on today is shaping the rear fender and building the rear fender struts so that it hugs the rear tire nice and clean. This is my very first toolbox, or when I decided to become, I guess, professional technician. But it's a bit in shambles. Johan and Christopher always have a laugh at me because I always come and steal their tools, and they call me the French tornado because I just come take tools, do something, and then just leave them. I'm gonna make the bracket to hold the back of the mud guard, which will be cleanly tucked away on the top of the swing arm but behind the subframe. We're gonna now make a mount that sits in here nicely. And then I'm going to manufacture strut mounts here, and then we'll do nice struts. So always check here, when you pull your angle grinder out, if you have tools lying on it, you can actually see how it's got a stress crack on there. People will pick it up, and that's how they end up shattering off and taking one's eye out. Very rough.
And now we'll do a lot of working and manipulation. That last little corner, I'm pretty stoked with how that fits. Now it's a matter of drilling the holes for the mounting. We did go thicker so that I could drill and countersink my button head so it looks flush and clean. So we're going to drill here, here and here. So we have 3 mounting bolts, but we're going to countersink all 3 so the button heads are flush and looks clean. The build we have is the R18 2022 model. This bad boy was dropped off at us last year and we had an open canvas and the client literally let us just do what we wish. We then designed and manufactured the base plate to bolt on the solo seat. We also machined and manufactured housings that we fabricated and welded and shaped onto the swing arm, which houses the brake and running light of the bike. Here we've got the carbon fiber covers that we took the original covers and we had a mold made, and then they fabricated carbon fiber covers for us that just bolt directly on. So these are BST carbon wheels manufactured up in Joburg that we had sent down for the build. We took the stock covers off and we took it to a company in Somerset West that does carbon fiber. They molded and did plugs and created this awesome work of art for us. Hand cut each pie section, which is welded out of 316 stainless. Then we hand rolled these cans and CNC machined these end caps. I really like, these are my favorite exhausts I've done so far. We then wanted to clean up the handlebars because, you know, brutal simplicity. Stoos Customs, less is more. We took the speedo housing out and we sunk it into the tank to give it that clean look. So we altered and changed most parts of the bike, but the headlight for us tied in with our build. The only thing we did change was the chrome bezel and we matted it out. As this is the BMW R18, we wanted to hold on to that 18, but we decided to do a custom badge that's Stoos Custom. We went with the Roman numerals of 18, so it's the SC18 edition. Here at Stoos Customs, we're all about the craft. In future episodes, we would like to feature other craftsmen in their trade. If this is something that interests you, drop us a mail at info@stooscustoms.com.
We're creatives, you know, it's a natural process that you want to just always create, and you don't want to be just hit status quo, and you want to keep the public excited.
Yes.
Seeing that, you know, makes it all worthwhile.